What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. Before we get to Tommy's interview, here's a list that he used to win Bergen Regionals. It, of course, is the Seismitoad Slurpuff deck. But the interesting thing to note is he played 4 Acro bikes to help run through the deck fast with the Slurpuffs. You have all these techie supporters. You have Cassius, which shuffles when you put one to the deck. Lysander, which, I mean, it's not really that techie, but he only plays one of. Trump card, of course, to reuse the deck. 1 Pokemon Stimulating, this is to heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions. 1 Team Flare going to discard energy attached to your active Pokemon, and 1 Zoroark to discard any special energy card or tool in play. Everything besides that's kind of, standard in a Tasty Toad deck. Here's 1 Enhanced Hammer. He only played 1 instead of like 2 or 3. And of course, played 2 Headringers. Besides that, everything else, like I said, is pretty much standard. So I hope you enjoyed the interview. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Nichols YouTube channel. Instead of doing a state's question to answer, today we're doing a regionals question to answer with.
I don't know. Why am I here?
I was asking what your name was.
Okay, I know. Tommi Lahtela, I'm from Norway.
Okay, and where'd you play?
Norway in Europe. For those who don't know where it is.
Just in case.
I don't know about you Americans. I don't know if you know about Norway either.
I know where it is.
Okay, good.
Alright, so where'd you play at last weekend?
I played Seismitoad Slurpuff.
Okay. And where was
Yeah.
Where was the regionals at?
That was in the West Norway, called Bergen.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that was a huge regional, as you may have heard of in America. We were like, I don't know, perhaps 30 people.
Okay, so how'd you end up doing a Swiss?
That is the one, I think that is the smallest regional Norway has ever had, to be honest. So, yeah. Yeah.
So how'd you end up doing a Swiss?
I played, do you want to go individually with the matches?
Yeah, why not?
Like, game 1 I played versus a player which has been Norwegian senior champion.
Mhm.
I think he's pretty good, but not just good enough. He played evolutions.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel the matchup is pretty good.
Mhm.
And yeah, you just ran over it, like those hammers, lasers. And the only thing that could like survive him was the Avdino and the training center.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a big mistake not having a training center in the deck.
Did he play training center?
So yeah, he didn't play any training center in his list. So I was like, okay, well, do we need to continue on? But I told him later, because he hadn't been into the game for a while, and he was like, oh fuck, yeah, I forgot that card. It was pretty good in that deck. I mentioned to him, and yeah, the game was pretty good for me. So a good start. In game 2 I played versus Metagame, and yeah, that's a card I barely have read.
Yeah.
So yeah, you like crushing hammer those energies away. If you whip the energy or the crushing hammer, you're like using Team Flare grab.
Mhm.
Just control yourself through the game. I didn't feel any problems there as well, and this mini Landorus is like giving Metagame this energy.
Yeah.
But it's only having 120 life, and you're like doing this quacking punch with muscle band.
Mhm.
That's 100, and then you're using the laser but not Warbank.
Yeah.
So 110, and then it comes to your turn, and instead, and you can do like 2 hits in a perfect combo,
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that combination is pretty good as well, and they are like getting, for an example, a medit, or I don't know what it's actually called even.
The meta type?
Yeah, the little ninja thing.
Yeah.
It comes in there with 50 life, and you're like scrolling them all over, and yeah.
Okay.
I also ran enhanced hammer. I was thinking about 2, but I didn't thought it was necessary in our meta, so I only went for 1, and that enhanced hammer was like really good as well for the strong energy, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
Game 3. That was versus Okay, I don't remember like
Yeah.
what decks came when, but I played also versus Landabats in the 5th round.
Okay.
And since we had this small, regional, we were only playing 5 Swiss, obviously.
Yeah.
So at that point I was 4-0 and I was like having pretty good. Like I knew I was going into the top cut, which was only top 4, unfortunately, for that tournament.
Yeah.
Since there were so few. So yeah, we had a Gruden player, which is like snitching me behind with the championship points. He's a really good player. Been a national winner here in Norway for many years and been many times in US and played Worlds and those things. And if I had him in the top 4, I would like automatically lose them.
Yeah, true.
Like if I come with a puff and a Seismitoad against it, I'm like screwed all over. So I had to do everything I could to not like making him into the top 4.
Yeah, true.
That's the reason why I let the Landabats like win over me in game 5.
So that way the Groudon player wouldn't make top cut.
Yeah, so we had in top cut we had one Yveltal Garbodor with Toad. We had obviously me, and we had 2 Landabats, and that was pretty good for me actually. Yeah, continue.
So in top 4, did you play against the Landy Bats or did you play against the Yveltal deck?
I played against Landabats.
Okay.
I did. But this player has been like improving. Like he began for like 3 years ago, and he was like, you didn't feel any fear of him at the beginning, but now he's like been training with me for a long time and with very many good players in the area.
Yeah.
I think he has the invite now on 300 points. He's been really good, doing consistently, and he did a good European Championship run as well.
Yeah.
We were like 350 people in Masters, I think. I think it was like number 40 or something.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so it's been like consistently good, but not winning yet. But his time will come.
Okay. So, what'd you play against the final? Did you play the other Landy Bats or did you play Yveltal?
I played against the Yveltal.
Okay. And was that matchup hard?
Yeah,
Was that matchup hard or was it easy?
This German friend which gave me this list, and Slurpuff Seismitoad, David Hochman, shoot out for him for giving me the list. He was like, he had 2 lists, one with the mirror thing, like you had the supporters to like fuck off, do the matchup in your favor.
Yeah.
So obviously that was the list I was playing, like your player brand, Sarosic, Cassius. Yeah, you can see my list and you can post it later if you wish.
Yeah.
And the other list was with Super Scoop Up, which is better versus everything unless you're playing against Toad.
Okay.
But I have this rule that, or that's not even a rule. That's like if you feel like you're gonna meet Toad, you're gonna meet Toad, and I want to be good in that mirror,
Yeah, sure.
And the game ended up with that. I had those supporters and he didn't, and I was like having momentum when I like this double colors energies and those things.
Okay. So you ended up winning the whole tournament then, right?
What?
You ended up winning the whole tournament?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Congratulations, sir. So you played those 6 random one-of supporters. Which one was your favorite?
I have to say Cassius actually.
Yes.
That's pretty weird because like Xerosic seems like a safe supporter, like disc the double colorless, but it was very often that you can say that we were hitting each other for 50 or 30 depending on if we had a muscle band or not.
Yeah.
Like if we got the tool turn 1, and we were like ending up with those map 150 damage counter. And at this point, I was most likely having 2 Slurpuff in game.
Yeah.
And I was like, just doing my Cassius, get the Slurpuff with the Float Stone active. I drew some more cards, and I already had the new combo with a new Toad and double colors,
Yeah.
And he had like wasted 5 or 6 turns just attacking for nothing. And I was ahead. Yeah?
Yeah, it seems really good.
Yeah, I have to say Cassius was like the captain of the team that tournament.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So
So,
you only played 2 Ultra Ball. Did you ever want more than that?
you know, Hookman said play two. I played two. I have to listen to my captain. No, but I was like, to be honest with you, on this tournament, I didn't really care that much. I had played Slurpuff Toad a lot earlier. I know how the list run, and I was like thinking this list was a bit weird since we only ran 2 Ultra Balls and 2 Headringers, but I could see the combination. I saw that this list ran pretty good,
Hmm.
and I don't know. I kind of trusted the German guy,
Yeah.
so and it felt pretty good in our meta as well. I was like, yeah, what the hell? We're gonna meet Seismitoad, so why don't you even have a supporter extra? You know?
Yeah. True. Okay.
So yeah, I have to say no on that question actually, because I felt she was good because of the trainer line.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, did you like Acrobike a lot?
Yeah, of course, acrobat all day long.
Did you ever like Acrobike and it was 2 cards you really needed, or was it always like 1 card you didn't need and 1 card you did need?
Well, you can. What can I say? Sometimes you're like hitting 2 lasers, and it's pretty obviously what you're gonna take. You're gonna take that one which is reverse, and no, but what can I say? If there's things you're like gonna miss during the turn you're using acrobat because you have to discard one of those,
Uh huh.
I never felt like it was like game changing that I needed like double colorless and a Verbank on the same round. You know, I didn't have the combination that I needed 2 cards, and on acrobat I got both of them.
Okay.
And if you're doing the math, that's pretty a little chance to like get that combination only with that acrobat.
Mhm.
You're thinking that you're gonna run a Slurpuff tasting ability, so you're like going to hit perhaps 4 or 5 cards.
Yeah.
Depends on what you have up and up.
Okay.
So no, I didn't.
Okay. What was your favorite deck to play against this weekend?
I should actually say Landabats, but you know what? That was the game that was like in top four when I played against the Landabats.
Mhm.
That guy was fighting for his life. It was like I don't know. He's on a good steam, and he was like running these haluchas, and he had the self-confidence to get the energy and halucha whenever he needed. You know, the stadium or everything. I thought that game was actually a bit too a bit too close than it should be.
Yeah.
I have to say the game that I felt I had really control was every other game.
Every other
That's
game.
it.
Okay. So
To be honest.
would you say that the Laney Bats was your worst matchup of the day then?
I won't say it was the worst matchup, but I would say it was the worst game if I have to pick one out.
What was your worst matchup then?
Like the Gruden player, if I had met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was when I saw that he was playing Gruden that day. I heard that he was playing this Gruden with Tweak, and I was like, "Oh fuck this shit!" And I had this in my mind. I was thinking about I'm gonna win this tournament, but as soon as I heard that he was playing Gruden,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna lose in top 2 or top 4. I was thinking,
Mhm.
but then the tournament turned out to be like he didn't have the day, even though he's a good player.
Mhm.
Like things was just not working for him, and I had the possibility to like knock him out in round 5, as I mentioned earlier. And what can I say? He's a good friend of mine, but I had to. I'm fighting for this top 22 in Europe to get the free trip.
Yeah, true.
And I've had invited, I think, 4 years in a row, but there's always been something.
Mhm.
Like last year, I was in the army, so I have never attended Worlds.
Okay. Yeah.
So this, yeah, you know, I had to be self-confident. I had to be like a bit ego on this one.
That's fine. As long as you get the free trip, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, yeah.
So, how many championship points are you at right now?
I have now 675.
Okay, very nice. So, what other tournaments are you going to go to?
Well, there's a tournament this Sunday in Stockholm.
Mhm.
Stockholm is the capital city of the neighbor country, is Norway.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about going there with my friends tomorrow, but like I have to win to gain points, you know.
Yeah, true.
And if I don't win the tournament, I'm gonna waste 12 hours of traveling.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like thinking perhaps taking vacation until nationals and like, yeah, okay. Next up there and see you guys in Boston, I was thinking.
Yeah. So, do you have how many first and seconds do you have regionals wise then?
This was actually my first regional win,
Okay.
but I've been 3 times second this year.
Okay, so it's good to get that final win. Like finally get the win.
Yeah, I felt pretty good at this point, but we have this incredible good player named Decklist.
Mhm.
Tor, as many Americans are saying him, Tor Decklist. So he's been winning 4 regionals this season.
Woo.
So and I think the only tournament he haven't won this season
Uh-huh.
was when he played in the European Championship Club. No, the European Championship, you know.
Yeah.
He made, I think it was top 16 or something, and then he was like disqualified because he was speaking Norwegian with his opponent, and his computer search was banned. There were so many bullshit things.
Okay.
So things just went wrong for him. But he's a really good player, and he's been really hard to win against this year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did he go to the regionals you were at this weekend, or did he not show up?
Now, when we have like 4 regional, you can fill out with points,
Mhm.
and then it's like okay, then it's nothing more to do. And he has like won 4 regionals, which is really incredible.
Yeah, true.
So and it's the thing is that he like in Norway we have like not too many players, but we have really good players, you know.
Yeah, true.
Instead of quantity, we have quality. We have this player, which is a good friend of mine, Stian Nilsson.
Mhm.
And he was number 10 at Worlds last year. So he's been beating Stian all season long, you know. And we don't have the problem that we're not having good players. We're just having the problem that we ain't too many.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So, with your list, would you say it's perfect, or would you make any changes to it?
I won't say that the list is never perfect because at this moment you can like go to a tournament and if you have a good run you can win. I would say with perhaps, or you can top cut with 10 different decks. Are you agree with me? Like Night Mars, an example, can have a good run. You can have Flaren, you can have Seismitoad, you can have Seismigarbor, you can have everything.
Yeah,
so
true.
Text is really like depending on everything. How many are you playing of item cards? How many are you playing of supporter cards? What kind of... Yeah, you know.
Mhm. Okay.
So I would say the list was good for that tournament, but if I would play a new regionals, I don't think I'm gonna play that.
Okay. All right.
But most of it is because Norwegian is a small country and everybody's going to counter me now, you know, because I play this deck this last tournament, they're going to take that down and I'm going to play against that again. So
now,
yeah, but small countries have to take and do the right meta call.
Yeah, true. Now, what would you say that beat this deck though? Besides, I mean, I guess Groudon, but besides that,
Recent Genesect seems for me a good meta call actually for our next tournament.
Okay. Right.
Like recent Genesect, if you're thinking about it, Kyogre has made some good regionals now. I think one guy did really good in Canada.
Yeah, he won Canada with it, yeah.
Even though I think the list was really horrible. Shauna, what the fuck? Seriously, you have to agree with me, Shauna.
I mean, he won with this. I mean, it must be good. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to bash anybody for their list. I mean, that's his list.
No, I agree, actually.
Yeah.
You can't, like, speak bullshit about it, but not my playing style was perhaps the sentence I was thinking.
Okay, true, yeah.
So, if you're thinking about Kyogre, we'll most likely now that a list has, like, made a result, you can, like, think Kyogre will improve in the meta.
Mm-hmm.
You can think Groudon will be good because it's Groudon. it beats Toad. And you can think Toads will still beat her because it locks. It's really good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So the virgin guy, like the virgin list, will be pretty good now because the only thing that is hard for it, it's Flareon, I would say, and Landabats.
Yeah.
So it depends on your meta. If you're like going to regional, you're running only against Toads, you're gonna be good.
Yeah. Well, do you want to give any more shout outs or anything?
What can I say? I have to say, for this season, I'm gonna give a shout out to Tore Dreklev, the Norwegian player, which has been. He won the national last year, and he has been like defending his. I have to say title because he's been like the title of Norway, like the best player, and like been doing all these good tournaments. And it's you can say that this country is a little one with few players, but if I could choose, I would rather win than he was winning, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like doing a good run this season, and I'm really excited how he's gonna do it in Worlds because I have a good feeling on him this year. Okay. He's been doing 5 to many tournaments, but with the top cut at the Worlds, so it's gonna be like if he makes the top 8, he's gonna be a hard guy to beat.
So you think Norway's gonna win Worlds this year?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If I'm not gonna win it, Stian or Tord will most likely win it.
Alrighty. Well.
Okay, you heard it first. You heard it first here.
I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens in August.
Do you think? Do you want to hear what kind of player that can beat them out?
Do you think I can beat them out, or what do you mean?
No, I was thinking about. Do you want to hear what my like? If we're like doing this better thing, what kind of players you like hoping or you think will do good at Worlds? I think another Norwegian guy will perhaps knock one of those out.
Who?
Yeah. But yeah, the Worlds this year will be like really interesting because many European players have now like, you know, the new championship point thing is a new one with all this day 2 passes and those things, and like many players has rather got like went into it like I'm gonna get that in white with top 22 in Europe and get the free trip and go to day 2 and everything. And I think that's been motivating many of the good players in Europe. Like they have went for many tournaments and like tried to receive a good placement, and they're like they're going to Worlds now having a little thought that okay, this year might be my year. I don't know. I'm like could be that it's because it's my first year at Worlds as well.
Yeah.
I'm like generalizing that everybody will gonna think like I am. If you understood anything of that.
Yeah, I understood kind of what you said, yeah.
Here in Norway all day I've been inside, so I'm like a bit confused.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk any more about this regionals from the past weekend or anything? Or are you good to go?
We can, I don't know if you have something else you want to speak about. We can like have this episode Eye into Europe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
So, if I don't know, you want to start a new scout or like a new interview?
Yeah, I can. Give me 1 second. Let me close this one out.
Okay, and then we'll do your thing then.
Alright. Well, thank you for doing this, man.
No stress, man. No stress. Anytime.
Alright.
And by the way, shoot that for you for actually doing this thing for free. Like, friends of mine in Norway has been speaking about this channel, and it's been really good. Yeah. And those Hobo and Lugia posts behind there, too good.
Alrighty, man. Well, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Alright.